Let me tell you the story of a man named Thomas Calder, who rose from humble beginnings in Brindle Hollow to shape the fate of an entire kingdom. It is a tale of courage, truth, and the enduring power of unity. In the soot-smudged air of Brindle Hollow, young Thomas Calder toiled at the forge. The rhythmic clang of his hammer against steel sang a song of simplicity, but beneath the surface, his mind yearned for stories of valor and justice. Yet it was in the mundane that fate planted the seeds of his destiny. One morning, the village square echoed with the somber cry of a herald. Hymir's king had died without an heir, and the prized sun crown of Accord, a sacred emblem of unity, had vanished. There, amid the gasps and murmurs of Brindle Hollow's folk, destiny reached out with a call Thomas dared not ignore. As he returned to his master's forge, something caught his eye. A battered token, gilded and ancient, nestled beneath the coals. It bore the sigil of an old order long forgotten, the guardians of the crown. A shiver of duty coursed through his veins. The kingdom is a forge, and we are the hands shaping it, Thomas whispered, pocketing the tarnished symbol. It was the spark that kindled the adventure of a lifetime. Heeding the silent beckon of the token, Thomas set forth on a journey that would take him beyond the thatched eaves of Brindle Hollow. He was not alone. With him traveled Merry Quickfingers, a halfling with wit as sharp as his daggers, Brother Halden, a dwarven cleric with wisdom rooted in stone, and Siren of Moonfall, an elf whose aloof exterior concealed a heart of arcane fire. Together, they navigated treacherous paths from Fenway's ambush-laden woods to the enigmatic gardens of the Silver Abbey, where riddles woven with enchantment held them at bay. These trials tested their minds and melded their resolve, with each step drawing Thomas closer to the sun crown. In moments of quiet reflection, doubts crept into Thomas's heart. Am I worthy, he wondered, to guide the fate of Hymir, a land vast beyond my knowing? Yet it was his honesty, a stubborn sense of right, that lent him strength. The road led them to the gilded halls of Ormhold, where councils whispered treachery, wrapped in fear and avarice. The air was thick with deceit, but Thomas's spirit cleaved through the skeins of duplicity, drawing strength from the hope that truth might prevail. Beyond the golden corridors lay the stone sanctum of the Temple of Seasons, shrouded in ancient mystery and watched by a sentinel beast of legend. The air crackled with anticipation as Thomas and his companions marshaled themselves for the final challenge. Inside the solemn chamber, beneath the gaze of time-worn effigies, rested the sun crown. Its surface glistened like a memory half-remembered, a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Here, Thomas faced a choice that would echo through ages. Would he crown a sovereign by blood, his hand steadying a lineage steeped in tradition? Or would he choose might, the voice of those who wield force commanding his ear? Or perhaps, a sovereign by consent, a leader chosen by the will of those they served? The kingdom's fate hung in the balance, but Thomas knew as he traced the intertwining bands of the crown that true rule did not lie in relics or decrees. It lay in the hearts of its people. In that moment, he chose not to bind Hymir's destiny to a single head, but raised his voice to forge unity anew, a kingdom bound by deeds, not blood, service, not might. And so it was that Thomas Calder returned to Brindle Hollow, a knight not of rank, but of purpose, finding solace in simple truths, for he had learned that power was the smallest part of honor. Would you have chosen as Thomas did? The hearth flickers with stories untold, and your voice might shape the tales of tomorrow. Thank you for joining us by the firelight. Remember to like, subscribe, and embark on new journeys with us again.